Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's Wednesday, December the 21st. It's a few more days till Christmas. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Bah humbug, right? Anyway, I've been talking to a few traders. We've been on the phone. We've done some live trades, going over some different methods. And I guess it always amazes me how male traders almost always want to go their own way. As opposed to female traders, they will listen, they will follow, and it's just funny. But the main topic of this video is profitable, not perfect. So many traders, and once again, it's usually the male traders are the ones who do this more often than not. They keep looking for the perfect system. They keep trying to make the system perfect. And I have to admit that I'm guilty. I keep programming new systems and indicators. But some of my older ones, like the buy zone, I haven't done a thing to that in over a decade. And that's the point. You're not going to get the perfect system. You want a profitable system. I mean, there's so many trades where I'll exit at +5 and then it runs on to +20 and I kick myself. But then I remind myself one thing. I know what I'm good at. I'm good at doing taking 3 to 5 pips almost at will. I'm really good at that. I'm also good at bailing myself out of bad trades, as one trader calls it, fixing a trade. In other words, I sometimes, more often than I really should want to admit, but I will rush into the trade. I guess it's, the FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't want to miss that reversal. So I will rush into the trade rather than wait for it to come to the zone where I know which level it's going to wind up going to, but for some strange reason, I still do the FOMO. And I guess that's because I'm human. Humans aren't perfect. We're prone to make mistakes. And I just got a call from a fellow trader. Hey, Van, it's too funny. I was just shooting a video. So maybe I'll call you back when I'm done. Okay. Yeah, I left that in so you can see I'm not kidding. I've been working with traders in live. So anyway, let's just move on. But remember, profitable, not perfect. So we'll bring up something real simple here. My TROHL5 indicator. We've got yesterday's high, the R1 pivot, today's high, yesterday's open, the top of the central pivot range. We've got the pivot point and the future pivot point. We got the bottom of the central pivot range, today's open, yesterday's low, and today's S1 pivot points. Now, we're looking at this live here. It's the USD CAD, the dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Chances are it's going to hit the pivot point. Okay? And it's like, I guess I should probably just go ahead and put my money where my mouth is. And I'll just go ahead and put on a trade there. Just because. Now, I'm just going to basically sit here and wait to see what happens. And of course, it'll go against me for a while, but, that's trading. But the point is, once again, it's just simple. Very, very, very simple. You know, I jumped in that trade probably late. Should have been short there, but this is what happens when you do a live video. So I'm just going to show you this just because. Now it could sit there and go this way and really make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. But you see, in trading, I can't predict the future. I'm not going to try it. I'm thinking that, yeah, price will probably get here. Now you might get to see me repair a trade. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But my point is, this is simple. Simple system, simple entry, simple targets, nothing complex, no squiggly lines, you know. But some of my buddies, and you guys, if you're listening to this video, you know who I'm talking about. You guys got more squigglies. You guys got more lines. You can't even see the price. I mean, I don't know why you guys keep doing that. I've showed you profitable trades in the past. You've done it with me live. I don't know what your reluctance is to doing something simple. Now, I've got the TRO zones dashboard up here. And once again, this is basically, if you know the GPS, we've got close to open, high to close, and close to low. Okay? So you can see here with the dollar Canadian, we're still in the upper rat zone at 17. Once that number goes to 20, we're no longer in the rat zone. So I usually have confidence that this number by the end of the day is going to be larger than 20. And so we got right here, we've got the euro yen, and it broke above the high, which is the part of the upper wick zone. So you can see here, taking that trade long would have paid off. And everybody will say, oh, that's hindsight. Oh, I know. Somebody said, why don't I show times on my chart? So let me go here and find, here we go. They said I never show times. Okay, here's the time right here. Bar time, server time, my local time. I'm on Pacific time. So there we go. We got the times here. I guess I need to keep that on all my charts because I know there's people accusing me long time ago about that. So they said something about putting vertical lines, but you know, the charts here, we're looking at the hour. I can switch over to M1 if you really want to, you know, get down to it, but that's neither here nor there. So once again, just looking at this chart and looking at, you know, simple things, not even looking at candle patterns or anything, I'm just looking to make money by trading with the direction the candle's going. So rule of thumb, use the 1 hour if you're a beginner. Then as you start to master, you can go to a lower time frame. And if you're really struggling, then use the H4. It's simple. Very, very simple. You'll probably only get maybe 1 or 2 entries in a session because you're probably only going to be around for 1 or 2 candle opens. So you see here, if you would have gone with the open of this one, you could have had right there, popped it at the daily open, and you'd be up, oh, right now, 44 pips. Okay, go back to this UCAD trade. And you see here, I went against H4, but I was going with H1. And it's still meandering. And I guess I need to figure out where I am on that trade as far as profit. We'll put the full flavor. Okay, we can see I'm down 3.1, and this is my version, the I exposure indicator. I added a few columns and put some colors, and I put a button in here. So you can see here, I think the old one had profit, but I'm not sure if it had the difference or not. Percent return, This is a percent return on the account. Dollars per pip. I'm trading 30 cents a pip here. I can add a maximum of 1.41 lots, and if I add the maximum, I only have to go 2.2 pips to break even. So that's what that indicator does. And I've got about 4 minutes left. I don't know what's going to happen to this trade in the next 4 minutes. Not too worried, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I get out at break even, and we'll see what happens maybe the next hour. But the point is that I'm looking to be profitable. I'm not looking to be perfect. You know, perfect entries, perfect exits. You'll drive yourself crazy. You will literally drive yourself crazy. The thing that you can be perfect in is following your rules. If your rules say, if this candle's red, take the first line cross in the direction of the candle, which would be a short, then you take that trade. You take it without hesitation. You take it without, pausing. You take it without, overthinking. You take it, you just take it. And that's the thing. You take the trade. And as I explained to some traders yesterday, I said, use one method, use one pair. Put statistics on your side, because you know that you're going to have hot streaks, you're going to have cold streaks, because that's just part of a normal distribution. I believe it was Nate Silver did that work with baseball and basketball stats. So the streaks are all part of it, because what you don't want to do is go from a cold streak from one pair, leave it, and then jump into a cold streak on another, only to leave that and jump into a cold streak on a third pair, or maybe back to the first pair, when if you would have just stuck with the first pair, you would have gone maybe from cold to warm to hot, and come out ahead of the game. Because once again, profitable, not perfect. You're not going to get a hit every time you step up to the plate. You're not going to complete every pass you throw. You're not going to win every game, point, set, match in tennis. It's just not going to happen. But you can still be profitable, and in some cases you can be profitable even if you're only win less than half the time. I mean, if you have big winners but small losers, that's part of trading. That's part of risk management, which I was talking to somebody, or listening to somebody I should say, and they were talking about risk, but as I tried to explain to them, risk is the amount that you are willing to lose on any particular trade. Are you willing to lose 1% of your account, 2% of your account, 3% of your account? That's your risk. And then, as I tried to explain, there's only two places on this chart that make sense to put a stop loss. And it would be above today's high and below today's low. Now, depending on where price is, you adjust your position size so you give yourself that much room. It's just that simple. But some people, once again, usually males, don't want to listen. They want to do it their own way, and usually to their detriment. And that's part of the reason why, 90% of traders lose. Between that and the squiggly lines and all the myths surrounding trading, the falsehoods, it's no joke. That's why most people lose. But you can see here, I'm only down 6 cents, and it looks like it could continue to the pivot. And I've got about 45 seconds left in this video. Maybe I'll make a part 2 just so we can see what happens. So anyway, fellow traders, really, just remember, you want to be profitable. It's not about being perfect. Quit tinkering with all the systems. Just stop it. Cut it out. Quit trying to trade multiple pairs because you've seen some picture of a guy with 24 screens. If you're not profitable, then you have no business trading more than one pair. Because remember, fellow traders, it's not what you trade. It's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne signing off.